Google Pest Control Marketer. Grow your business more. Call 770-993-triple.
Hal Coleman has been active in the pest control industry for over 40 years, including owning and operating his own successful pest control business for 18 years. He now devotes his time to helping other PCOs and other WCOs double, triple, and even quadruple their businesses faster than they ever imagined. Be sure to check out his website, pestcontrolmarketer.com. For more information about Hal's coaching program, you can reach him at 770-993-0004 or email him hal@halcoleman.com. Mike Stewart is known as the Internet Audio and Video Guy. Since the birth of the Internet, Mike has been showing small business owners how to get more new customers, increase their sales, and grow their businesses online using audio and video, now with iPhones and Android phones. For more information about Mike's coaching program and his online training courses, visit MikeStewartCoaching.com or email him mike@internetaudioguide.com.
Good.
Hal Coleman has
Hal, are you there?
I'm there.
Well, there's a technical glitch this morning for some reason. It won't let me bring our cameras up. Let me try this. There we go. Finally.
There we go. There we go. I wondered what was happening there.
Well, we've had some glitches this morning, but hey, now we're on the air.
Now we're on the air. So welcome, folks, to another episode of Pest Control Marketing Live with me, your host, Hal Coleman, the Pest Control Marketer. And I'm here with my guest, I have to read this, the effervescent, ever pleasant, always present, better known as the Ed McMahon of Pest Control Marketing, Mike, Mr. Mr. Online. I can't even say it today. Stewart.
This is the day of the hiccups, but
crazy morning. Yeah, crazy morning. How you doing?
I'm good.
Other than the technical problems.
Well, hey, that's going to happen from time to time. But let's tell you what. Let's dive right into today's subject because I know you got a great one you want to talk about, and you're busy with coaching clients, so let's get to it.
Now, we got a little late start, so let's jump right in. Mike, I was a little uncomfortable talking about what I wanted to talk about today, and I thought about it, and I said, I'm going to do it anyway. And what I want to talk about is being uncomfortable. I tell my coaching students, quite often, the key to success is learning to become comfortable being uncomfortable. Now, this is very difficult for most people because I noticed my flag's a little turned there this morning too. Most people don't like to be uncomfortable. When we're in our comfort zone, our subconscious mind, Elmo, is happy. But when we get out of our comfort zone, he considers that to be a threat. So he does things to get us back in our comfort zone. And I tell people quite often, if you're comfortable in your business and you're in your comfort zone, you're not going anywhere. You're not growing. You're not expanding because you can't do that and stay comfortable. And to give an example how this works, I play golf, not a lot, but I enjoy the game when I have time to get out there and play. And I've had a few golf lessons through the years. So one time, a good many years ago, I was taking a golf lesson and the guy was showing me how to make a little change in my grip because my golf ball was hooking really bad. And he said, well, what you need to do is rotate your right hand over to the left more. And that in turn will change the club head angle and it'll make the ball go straight. And I hit it and it went, I did that, hit it a couple of times and it did. It straightened it out. It quit hooking and it went straight. But it felt very uncomfortable to swing that way. I said, oh man, this is just, very uncomfortable. He said, don't worry. He said, if you do it enough times, it'll become comfortable. So I just disciplined myself to keep doing it that way. And finally, now it feels totally comfortable to do it that way. My ball doesn't hook anymore. So I was playing in a golf tournament at a Pest Control Association meeting, a conference several years back. And there was a guy in my foursome who was hooking the ball really bad. He'd been playing golf for years and years, and he was a real long hitter, but he had a problem hooking the ball. And, you know, I was very hesitant to always, I don't like to give people advice on the golf course. I don't like for them to give me advice, you know, let's just play our games. So I don't need to be coached by somebody who's not any better than I am. So anyway, I told the guy, he said, man, I keep hooking the ball. I said, yeah, I used to have that same problem myself. And he said, well, you don't hook it now. I said, no, I learned, my golf coach showed me how to correct it. And I said, I'll show you what he showed me if you want me to. He said, oh, yeah, yeah. So he got up over the ball, you know, teed up a ball. And I said, just take your right hand and rotate it over. I showed him how much to rotate it over. And I said, if you do that, it will change the angle of the club head at impact, and it'll make your ball go straighter. So he did it. He said, feels uncomfortable. I said, I know it does, but just try it. So he hit it, and the ball went straight. He said, wow, that did it, but it sure does feel uncomfortable. So when we get to the next hole to tee it up, he goes down there, and he just hooks it off down in the woods. He did that for the rest of the day because it was uncomfortable for him to grip the golf glove that way. So he just kept hooking the ball, kept making the same mistake that he had been making all day for years and years and years, because he was comfortable swinging it that way. And the result was he hit a bad golf shot. So that's the way we are in our business. You know, we have to, you can't just do things the same way all the time. And, you know, things evolve, mindsets evolve, economies evolve, chemical products evolve. You know, you can't be using chlordane today. That's taken off the market years ago. So everything evolves. So if you're intent on staying comfortable in your business and comfortable with what you do, you're not going to go anywhere. You're certainly not going to grow your business, because growing means hiring employees, having a staff, buying more vehicles, having a fleet, higher insurance costs, maybe moving into a bigger building, building a bigger storeroom. All of these things, these growth pains come along, and they're not comfortable. I'll just tell you at first, just like riding your bicycle wasn't comfortable at first, and you probably ended up with some skint knees or, bruised forehead in the beginning, but you grew comfortable with it. You would have never learned to ride a bicycle or anything else, even tie your shoes, if you were intent on staying comfortable. So that's really what I want to talk about today, and it won't take long to talk about it, but it's just, you've got to become comfortable being uncomfortable. That's a big thing with our students. We show them something to do and they don't feel comfortable. They say, I don't feel comfortable saying that, or I don't feel comfortable doing a video. Well, that's okay. But if you want to stay comfortable, you're going to stay where you are. And if you want to stay comfortable and not try anything new, then you don't even need to be paying me to coach you. Because just like the golf coach, if you're paying me to help you get better. And if you're not going to do the things required to get better, then why are you paying? Why are you paying the coach? So Mike, what are your thoughts on that? I know you've put me out of my comfort zone 100 times over the last few years, and I've argued and fought, but you've always explained to me that you got to learn these things.
Well, you know, this is a very important but simple message. If you say you want to succeed at anything, you got to do things that you're not comfortable doing. And that's the lesson of today. And you go, well, how does that apply to me? Well, it applies to everything. If you want to lose weight, you got to do exercise. You got to say no to the foods that you know are unhealthy and fattening, and eat healthy foods. I mean, you just got to do things and change old habits that were comfortable and create new habits that aren't comfortable. I tell you, a guy from the stage years ago, and I don't remember which one said it. He said, if you want to be successful, do what you fear. If you don't do what you fear, you're being comfortable and you're not going to grow. So I can't agree more. I hear it every day. I can't get Google reviews. No, that's just saying you're uncomfortable asking for them. We have clients that get 4 and 5 reviews a day. We get some clients that don't get 4 or 5 reviews in 6 months. And when I say, when do you do? Why aren't you doing it? And it's just, well, it's, I ask people, and those are excuses. So really be objective, evaluate yourself, and do things. I can't afford is a type of fear. You can't afford not to do the things that it takes to succeed. People don't want to, people start buying coaching and then they told what to do and then they quit. And that's crazy. So any rate, I'm going to do some things here to wind this up, because this is, doesn't have to be as long a show today. It just needs to be, let me drill it into your head. Every successful person I ever met did, and including myself, the things that I'll tell a real quick story. I remember one of the first cold calls I ever made to get business 40 years ago. And I remember reaching to a dial phone. Guys, can you guys remember that? A rotary dial? I remember reaching with the rotary dial with the phone number in my hand. And I almost went, no, I don't want to do that. And I remember talking to myself and said, what's he going to do? Kill you over the phone? Is he going to hurt you? So I had to fight with myself to dial those 10 numbers. And had I not dialed those 10 numbers, I would have lost over $150,000 to $200,000 worth of business just from that one phone call.
Yep.
And so every time I feel that fear of uncomfortable come back, I remember that day that I said, no, you never know what will come from it. So, if you feel fear or hesitancy or something uncomfortable coming on, make yourself go beyond it. That's lesson today. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't called Hal Coleman at 770-993-0004 and taken him up on a free hour, what, you uncomfortable? He might tell you something you don't want to hear. Well, that's your loss. Call Hal. Hey, here's something that you can do that doesn't take any fear. It's not uncomfortable. Go to howtogrowapestcontrolbusiness.com and download the book for free.
Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of there.
Why aren't you doing it? We get people downloading this book every day, and we don't expect anything other than you than to get over the fear of reading the book. And I tell you what, pretty much every one of our coaching clients have read the book, and they realize, oh my gosh, this is the keys to the kingdom. I want more, and I want a coach. So they call Hal, and that's why they start working with Hal as a coach. And of course, I got some clients that are working with me on a regular basis. I had a client the other day that started out with you, Hal, and then came to me, and little by little, and now he said he is tracing 80% of his new business as results from the coaching he's gotten from us. I'm not going to name names. He knows who he is. But you can do the same thing with me. You can check me out at mikestewart.live. You want to learn more about my online world, or you can give me a call at 770-826-3662. So, Hal, I'll tell you what. I want to tell you something. This is the week of May. This is May 10th, 2021. Generally in podcasts, I don't like to date things, but I'm going to tell you the reason I'm going to date this thing. I'm going to do something uncomfortable that you may not like, because it's my birthday week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Next Sunday is my birthday. And I'm going to give, for the month of May, I'm going to let people join our gold coaching program for free for a month. And I was uncomfortable doing that, thinking, how am I get mad at me for allowing people to come in and get our coaching for free for a month? But you know what? I know that it's okay to be uncomfortable and do this. So go to pestcontrolmarketinggold.com free -month. That's pestcontrolmarketinggold.com free -month, and join all these folks that are really getting the benefit. You know, if you're not ready to do one-on-one coaching, some people aren't, this is a great way to get started. And if in celebration of my birthday, I'm giving anybody that hears this message. Now, if you wait too long after May 10th, it may be off for a while. We turn this offer on occasionally for special occasions, and I uncomfortably gave it without your permission, Hal.
Well, we'll talk about that later, Mike.
Well, all right. So is there anything else?
That's okay.
Anything else you want to say here? Because I know it's about 8:30, and I know you got to.
Yeah, you know, it's the busy time now in May here in the southeastern United States. Really, in the pest control industry, it's spring and summer are the real busy seasons, and a lot of people out there are really humping it. And but if you can slow down and take the time, you know, go back and listen to any podcast episodes that you may have missed, and check out our group coaching, the Pest Control Marketing.live, the link that Mike just gave you for a free month in the group while you can. We have every third Thursday night we do a group coaching call live, Q&A session. And you can even send us topics you would like for us to discuss. You can ask your questions, have them answered live, or you can submit them and we'll answer them live. But this is all about you, PCOs, WCOs, and any home service type business. You know, if you're a roofer, a plumber, a lawn care business, electrician, heating and air, they're all the same. I mean, what we teach applies to every small business like that. We probably wouldn't be a good fit for a nuclear physicist or a brain surgeon.
I don't know how.
I don't know about that, but
I think you could figure out a way.
We could figure out a way, yeah. But anyway, you know, all businesses are the same. You've got to have a product or a service that solves some problem for somebody, and either relieves them pain or makes them happy. And you got to find enough people who are willing to pay you money for it, so that you can make a profit. And that's what business is all about. They're all the same. So anyway, Mike, I need to wrap this up because I do have a meeting coming up with a client, and got things we got off to a slow start this morning due to some technical stuff, but always good to see you, my brother, and spend some time together. And I hope we'll do it in person here before long. I want to come up to Nashville and go to some of those wild places you've been telling me about and eat some of the food you've been telling me about. And so, and I got a song I want to record up there too. So we'll get that done. And in the meantime, folks, thank you for watching this episode of Pest Control Marketing.live, and we'll see you next time.
Google Pest Control Marketer. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.
All right. Sorry about being late, but we had 5 people show up.
Well, I was worried about you. You didn't answer the phone. You didn't answer the text and nothing. And I